The targeted killings of senior Iranian leaders by the US and Israel have enabled the IRGC to fill a significant power vacuum. Experts warn that military hardliners now dominate the agenda, sidelining moderates. As Mojtaba Khamenei remains out of public view, the regime has transitioned into a nationalist security state. Next news. Palantir manifesto sparks techno-fascism allegations. Palantir Technologies has released a 22-point manifesto advocating for AI militarization and the remilitarization of Germany and Japan. CEO Alex Karp argues Silicon Valley owes a moral debt to Western defense, prioritizing hard power over inclusivity. Critics, however, condemn the vision as techno-fascist, likening its cultural supremacy rhetoric to dystopian ideologies. Next news. US and Iranian delegations converge on Islamabad. US and Iranian delegations are arriving in Islamabad for critical talks aimed at de-escalating regional tensions. While President Trump threatened to target Iranian power plants if a deal fails, Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei reportedly authorized the negotiations. Despite defiant rhetoric from Tehran, both sides seek a breakthrough before Wednesday's ceasefire deadline. Next news. EU nations urge suspension of Israel trade pact. Spain, Slovenia and Ireland have formally requested the European Union debate suspending its association agreement with Israel. Citing worsening conditions in Gaza and the West Bank, the nations allege Israel has violated human rights clauses. They urged bold action, arguing that ignoring these breaches undermines international law and EU credibility. Next news. Trump accuses Iran of violating ceasefire as deadline nears. President Donald Trump accused Iran of numerous ceasefire violations as the April 22 deadline approaches. Despite conflicting reports from Tehran denying any diplomatic movement, sources suggest delegations are converging on Islamabad for high-stakes talks. Trump continues to threaten Iranian infrastructure, while Tehran remains defiant against negotiations under threats. Next news. Trump rejects ceasefire extension, alerts US military. President Donald Trump has declared he will not extend the ceasefire with Iran beyond its Wednesday deadline. Warning that time for negotiations is running out, Trump stated the US military is raring to go and fully restocked for operations. He emphasized that Iran must reach a deal or face escalation. Next news. UAE condemns Iran's terrorist attacks amid regional tensions. UAE Minister Saeed al-Hajjari has labeled Iran's launch of 2,800 missiles and drones as unprovoked terrorist attacks. He emphasized that the strikes targeted the UAE's model of stability and prosperity. Al-Hajjari demanded the unconditional reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, calling it a non-negotiable global lifeline for energy security. Next news. Ondas secures major Israeli demining contract. The Israel Defense Ministry has selected Florida-based Ondas Inc. for a large-scale demining initiative along the eastern border. Ondas's subsidiary, 4M Defense, received an initial $10 million order to deploy AI-enabled robots and drones. This effort is part of a broader $50 million program to clear land for new security infrastructure. Next news. Chinese humanoid robots shift to household chores. Chinese startup X Square Robot is pivoting from athletic demonstrations to domestic tasks, showcasing humanoids sorting laundry and clearing litter in Beijing. While machines excel at marathons, mastering noisy household environments remains a challenge. The firm's Wall-B AI model, currently being tested in Shenzhen, aims to bridge this gap. Next news. Starmer faces scrutiny over Mandelson appointment. Former Foreign Office head Ollie Robbins testified that Prime Minister Keir Starmer's office pressured officials to expedite Peter Mandelson's appointment as UK ambassador to the US. Despite security warnings and a borderline vetting status, Mandelson was approved. Starmer now faces resignation calls amid allegations of bypassing due process. Next news. Scientists burn houses to study wildfire resilience. Researchers at a specialized South Carolina facility are conducting controlled burns on houses to enhance wildfire protection. While one structure vanished in 3 minutes, fortified homes demonstrated significant resistance. The Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety aims to refine building codes and identify materials capable of surviving escalating climate threats. Next news. USS Cole lessons fortify Navy against modern threats. 25 years after the USS Cole bombing, the US Navy has significantly upgraded warship defenses. Lessons from the Aden attack led to enhanced close-in weaponry and improved helicopter sensors. These advancements now face new tests as destroyers navigate potential Iranian drone swarms and fast-boat Mosquito fleets in Middle Eastern waters. Next news: Pope Leo XIV denounces resource exploitation in Africa. During a historic visit to Equatorial Guinea, Pope Leo XIV condemned the lust for power and the extraction of Africa's minerals at the expense of its poor. Addressing President Teodoro Obiang, the pontiff criticized profit-driven economies that fuel conflict, urging a shift towards social justice and human dignity. Next news: NATO slams Russia and China over nuclear policies. NATO's 32 members criticized Russia and China's nuclear expansions ahead of United Nations arms control talks. The alliance condemned Moscow's irresponsible rhetoric and Beijing's rapid, non-transparent arsenal growth. With Russia holding approximately 4,400 warheads and the US 3,700, NATO urged both powers to prioritize transparency and global strategic stability. Next news: Trump ultimatum, bombing threat looms as ceasefire expires. President Donald Trump warned that lots of bombs will fall on Iran if no deal is reached before Wednesday's ceasefire deadline. While Vice President J.D. Vance is set for talks in Islamabad, Tehran remains undecided, citing US bad faith. Meanwhile, the UN reports 20,000 seafarers remain stranded by the ongoing naval blockade. Next news: Brazil considers retaliation following US expulsion of attaché. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva warned that Brazil may reciprocate after the US expelled federal police attaché Marcelo Ivo de Carvalho. The expulsion followed the brief detention of fugitive ex-lawmaker Alexandre Ramagem in Miami. Lula condemned the move as an abuse of authority, asserting Brazil will not accept external interference. Next news: Iran's strategic Hormuz nuke reshapes global economy. Iran has leveraged the Strait of Hormuz as a geographical nuclear deterrent, crippling global trade without firing a missile. Choking the waterway, responsible for 20% of world oil, has spiked Brent crude to $110. With India and China facing GDP losses, Tehran now demands sovereign tolls, complicating upcoming Pakistan peace talks. Next news: Russia to halt German oil flows via Druzhba pipeline. Russia will reportedly suspend Kazakh oil shipments to Germany's PCK refinery starting May 1st, citing regional instability. The move threatens 17% of the refinery's capacity, which fuels most of Berlin's transport. Coming amid West Asia conflicts and ongoing Ukraine tensions, the halt deepens Germany's energy uncertainty despite Polish transit alternatives. Next news: rights bodies uncover grave abuses in 2025 Indonesia protests. An investigation by Indonesian rights commissions revealed widespread abuses by security forces during 2025's anti-government demonstrations. The report details torture, including electric shocks and the use of chili paste, alongside alleged sexual abuse of minors. Rights groups are now urging President Prabowo Subianto to initiate a formal police evaluation. Next news: counter-terrorism police arrest 7 in London arson plot. Metropolitan Police arrested 7 suspects linked to a conspiracy to attack Jewish sites in London, bringing the total to 23 detainees. The arrests follow previous arson attacks on synagogues and ambulances. Counter-terrorism officials are investigating the use of criminal proxies and warned of severe prosecution under the National Security Act.